Hi guys, welcome to the Wrestling Retrospective, and in today's episode of The Landscape After WrestleMania, I want to talk about making Chelsea Green a major player in the WWE Women's Division. So I can't think of a bad word to say about Chelsea Green. Me, as well as a lot of people, think that she is the complete package when it comes to a WWE superstar. Myself and Bobby from Bobby's Breakdowns, good friend of the channel, spoke about Chelsea Green just the other week, say about how she could be like the next Miz. You know, she's got everything, and everything she touches turns to gold. You know, you've got the case of, you know, being the inaugural United States champion and making that title feel important, doing whatever it takes to win that championship, and having the Hervis, you know, helping her out at every move to make sure she keeps the championship. I think works really well, and it was a title that she very much deserved. And yeah, she's like the most ideal point, like, to see kind of that title become more prestigious, and it's a great point to be a first-time champion to see her career take a more upward trajectory. You know, I think like having the group behind it is a pretty good place to start. You know, she could use the women in that group to excel up the card, and also could keep them excelling up the card as well. The likes of Alba Fire and Piper Niven could be really good in WWE, and all they need is kind of that I don't know, like for one of them to turn and then they become a major part. If whether Chelsea is a heel or a face, she can make it work within that feud. But yeah, I mean, like, she took two people that were lost in the shuffle essentially at the time. You know, Piper as Dewdrop and Alba Fire more recently losing her tag team partner, and have brought them onto TV almost every week. So, you know, she's not only helping herself, but she's helping other people's careers as well. But Chelsea herself, like, she's a rare breed of superstars where her character could be heel, it could be face, and without a major change, like a obvious heel turn, the fans will boo or cheer her no matter what. And yeah, at the minute she's heel, but you know, a few tweaks here and there over time, and she'll have the fans in the palm of her hands. And yeah, people will get behind her like at any point. It could, you know, she could turn face tomorrow, and the people will be absolutely for her. But yeah, she's definitely someone who WWE can build the women's division around. You know, I look at like wait times have been recently. You know, we've only just got Charlotte Flair back. Becky Lynch is on her way back, we assume. Bayley is around every week, but Sasha or Mercedes isn't even in the company. As we look at like a time in WWE where the four horsewomen aren't around all the time and aren't needed around all the time, which is really good. It's something that I very much like about the modern day WWE. But you kind of look at, you know, the likes of replacing the four horsewomen. In my opinion, you've got Bianca, Rhea, Chelsea even, and Liv kind of taking the four horsewomen thing before we get to transitioning into the inevitable Roxanne, Lyra, Cora, and Tiffany Stratton taking over the women's division. And yeah, I feel like, you know, even though Chelsea right now probably isn't considered in that space, she really could be. Like, with some real investment into her and pushing it up to the main event scene, she could become a major person in the women's division, as I said. Yeah, I just think WWE have an absolute pure megastar on within their ranks, and if they give her bigger feuds within the company, I feel like she could become, you know, the women's champion within the next year almost, and she could really make the title feel important. And yeah, it just feels like she is just a great part of what is a fantastic women's division, and she deserves just a bigger spotlight because of just how good she does for everything, and kind of deserves that main event spot. So those are my thoughts on Chelsea Green kind of becoming a major player within the WWE Women's Division. Do put down below what you think of Chelsea Green, and if you agree with me saying that she could be a main event star in WWE, and what you would do to kind of get her there. Yeah, and I hope you're enjoying this series so far. Do leave a like if you're enjoying this series and enjoying this video specifically. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.